have a full get ready with me video with this look. I Instagrammed this picture like a long time ago, and then I did a get ready with me video, and guess what? I deleted the video. I was so upset that I deleted it because I love this look. This is one of my go-to looks that I wear quite often on the weekends or date night or anything like that. I absolutely love this look. I get a lot of compliments whenever I wear it. So once I Instagrammed this picture, I said I was going to do a tutorial, and then, you know, that all just went to you know where. But today I'm going to be using my Anastasia shadows. I absolutely love these shadows, not just because they were sent to me, because you guys know I don't like to kick it, but I got these sent to me a long time ago, and I've never really shown them on my channel. They're just the silkiest, most beautiful shadows, and if you guys have the palettes, you already know that the shadows are so good. They sell them in individual little pans now, which I love. Yeah, you can always use your own shadows that you guys have in your own collection. So I'm going to just stop and let's get on with the tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe because it is free 99. And now let's get on with it. Whoop! Oh. Okay, so now let's get started. I already did my brows just because I've done that so many times on my channel. And I'm surprised I just didn't put on my eye primer, but I'm going to be using, as always, my NYX Shadow Base Primer. I love this stuff. I mean, I feel like I don't really see a lot of girls use this. I feel like I see everybody using that MAC paint pot, which I have, and I absolutely hate. It just makes my eyelids look really dry. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be using my Anastasia palette. I absolutely love these shadows, and first color I'm going to take Birkin, and this one is a mauvey brown. I'm going to use my E40, go dum dum, and then just stick that right into my crease just for the transition color. Love the E40 to diffuse any transition color. This is also an Anastasia eyeshadow from the Tamana palette. I don't have this color individually, but I know that they sell it individually. This is the color Fresh. It's just a nice vanilla, and I'm going to use my Real Techniques base brush, and I'm going to stick that right underneath my brow bone to highlight. I usually do this first. I just sometimes forget, but I'm just going to stick that. It's not too creamy of a highlight. It's just perfect enough. Has more of like a nice peachy cream to it, so it's not too stark white underneath my brows, you can see. But like I said, I usually do that first just so I can alleviate blending, but these shadows blend so easily. Red Earth, and it's this beautiful burnt brown cranberry. And I'm going to be using the E25 brush just because it really gets into the crease, and I'm just going to blend that directly in there. And it's okay if I get a little on my lid. I just want to make sure that I'm really in the crease, and then I don't go above because I still want it to be diffused. So up above is going to be the transition, and directly in the crease will be Red Earth. I think this is a beautiful color, and it's one of my favorites to stick in my crease. And I don't know, I just think everybody should have this color because it's one of my favorites, and I feel like a lot of people always use this color, and it's because, like I said, it's really good. And again, just use your own colored shadows if you have this color. It doesn't have to be the Anastasia one for sure. These ones, I will admit, are pretty dang easy to blend. And then you guys know the whole spiel. You always add and blend to your intensity. I always start with a little product and then just build it up from there, because then that's going to be the easiest way in order to have like a diffused eye. So now I'm going to take the color Beauty Mark and use this to diffuse this on the outside of my eye. I'm going to take is called the Buff and Blend, and I like it just because it's really short, and these shadows are super pigmented, so a little goes a long way. So I'm going to buff this on the outer portion of my eye. I don't really worry about being too clean because, again, I always clean up my sides anyhow with makeup remover or concealer, whatever I pick. But usually when I have darker shadows like this, I just like to use makeup remover because then I feel like if I use concealer, I'm moving around way too much product if it's dark. So I love this brush just because it really diffuses the outside. And again, this one is the Buff and Blend. Whenever I wear this type of combo, everybody always compliments my makeup. So I really wear this a lot when I go out. Now I'm going to take that same E40 with no extra product and just start buffing that all out. All on the outside and just bringing it on in. I like to just use the same brushes because, to tell you the truth, I'm not one where I like to clean like a ton of brushes. It's really very boring for me. So if any of you want that job, be my guest. And then this is the eye so far. Now one of my favorite colors is called Gem. And it's a beautiful champagne, but it has a pinky peach undertone to it, and I love it. I'm just going to take an eye shading brush and I'm going to place that on my lid. Let me zoom you in just so you can see how beautiful this is. So I'm just going to be placing that on my lid. And I like to add this last just so I don't have to keep packing and adding the lid color, because I feel like with so much blending going on, you lose everything. So that's why I like doing it last. And as you can see, I didn't bring it all the way to the end because I still want to keep that section still smoky. Since I did add on this shimmer color, and it can look a little stark since I added this pearlized color, and then it can just look like I have a sharp line. So I just still want to just diffuse them together. And now I'm just going to take Birkin on an E40, and this one is a clean one just because I did diffuse all those colors together, so I do have some remnants of those darker colors. And if you start diffusing a little bit too high, you could always just blend out that brow highlight just a little bit more. Sometimes with all the blending, it diffuses a little bit too high. My Sigma E11 brush and the Inglot 77 gel liner, which is just in black. The wing, I'm going to start off really thin on the inside and then just build it up. But you know those times when you want to just do your liner and then it ends up being like thick all over the place? But that's how I like this brush, just because it's so thin that it lets you do the wing that you actually want. But you know, sometimes we just get cray. I'm just going to flick it up. And again, you could always clean this up. It's not a big deal. So usually I'm like super quiet on this part, but I'm trying to talk through. And like the wing is always the hardest thing to film, you guys. Because like I said, I'm always up so close. So let's see. There, and then I'll just clean it up. So I'm going to do the other side because I already showed you one side. I just take a makeup remover wipe and just a pointed Q-tip. This is just a Neutrogena one, whichever one you like. And then I'm just going to start to clean up that side. Just see, so you see how much darkness there is? The dark night. That's why I like using a makeup remover instead of using concealer, because I feel like the concealer just blends all the dark product there. And you just don't need all that product there. So yeah, I just like to remove it. Now I'm just going to slam on some lashes, and these are Goddess by Coco. And then before I put on my lashes, I just let them set. I use the black duo glue, and I just use my NYX Full Figured Mascara to coat my lashes so that when I curl them, they curl all together. And this is a waterproof mascara. I really like this. It separates my lashes really well. And I'll even wear this mascara on its own. It lengthens them. I wouldn't say that they make them look the thickest. It can be a little bit clumpy, but I don't mind it. I like this one, though. It's a really good one, and I never hear anybody talk about it. Now I'm just going to spray on my primer spray from Scandinavia all over. You're supposed to do an X and then a T, but I just like just to do everything. Now for my face, I'm going to use my Smashbox Photo Finish. What's fun, this is the pore minimizing, and I really like this one. Okay, just like blasted everywhere. I really like this one to fill in my pores, but to be honest, I don't like it around my nose, because my nose has been feeling a little bit more dry, and it can clump up in dry areas. But I love this because it keeps you really matte. So I don't know. It's like a love-hate relationship. I like this, but I don't like this. So if you have dry skin, do not buy this, because it is definitely not going to work for you. So since this is a matte look, I'm going to use my Matte and Poreless from Maybelline. This is a random MAC pump. You just kind of have to just force it on there and it'll work. But my favorite still is this buffer brush. I feel like it just works magic. Natural buff. It is a little light because I have been self-tanning. I've been trying to see which one I like, if I like the stippling one or the buffer, and buffer by far beats it. I just love the way it blends in foundation, and especially with this one, because this foundation is super fast drying. Well, up close right now, I'm not too happy with the way the foundation looks, because like I said, this one primer really just sets your face so matte, but I feel like my skin hasn't been too oily lately, so I feel like this isn't the best for me right now. But I can always just kind of spray some Fix Plus on me after to kind of give a little bit more moisture to my face, which I most definitely will. I'm going to use a mixture of the neutral medium neutral from Urban Decay Beauty Blender, aka Beauty Blender, and I'm going to spray a little bit of Scandinavia's primer makeup finishing spray, because I feel like it just sets in the concealer. I've seen a ton of people do this, and I just love this method. I feel like it really sets in the concealer and helps it from creasing. NYX banana powder. I love this stuff. It's the HD one. It's one of my favorites, and so is Dana Ann's. We were talking about this product like a while ago, saying how much we love it, and she's already hit pan, and it is a really good product. To warm up my face, I'm going to take number 235 from BH Cosmetics just to warm up my face a bit because this foundation is a little bit light for me. And this is my favorite powder. I've gotten so many of you guys on it because it's just like the MAC Studio Fix in my opinion. I love to use it to set my face. Not necessarily all alone because I don't really do powders all on its own, but seriously, just to set the face and place on, it's excellent. It does add a little bit more extra coverage. It is a, what does it say? Whoops, a matte finish pressed powder. It's so cheap, so I'll link that down below. So many of you guys love it. You're welcome. Now that I've set my face, I'm going to use the color Beauty Mark with a smudger brush from Sigma right underneath there. And I'm not going to use any eyeliner today. I'm going to use this as my eyeliner just to smoke out the bottom. Red Earth and just diffuse that out a little bit more. I'm going to bring that just a little bit lower than Beauty Mark just to kind of diffuse out those ends. And it makes it a little bit lighter. And then just diffuse that out. I love my Marc Jacobs black liner. This one stays in the waterline so well and will not stain my contacts. And I'm bringing that all the way to the inside of the eye. Now, just to bring more warmth to the eye skin, I'm going to be using 30M, which is 30 Matte from the Makeup Forever Pure Pro Fusion Bronzer. And I'm just bringing this on the natural contours. What I like about this product is that it's pigmented, but you can control it easily. Why can't I speak? You can control the product easily. You need a dense brush if you really want it, like, really wha-bam. Which their bronzer brush does do that, but I like more diffused bronze look. And I'm just going to take a little on the sides of my nose, just to warm that up too. Not to, like, necessarily contour like a ton, but just to hit it. Now to really chisel and contour, I'm using my Shade and Light. I usually use the middle shade, and now I've been using a combination of the first shade. I'm using my NARS Ita brush, and I'm using that just to really carve out my cheekbones, just because these are deeper, cooler colors, and the chisel is going to look a little bit more natural, but I mean, obviously this look is not a natural look, so I'm going all glam. If you want to know how I contour, I have a full video on how I use this palette as well. So I'm just going to bring this on my cheekbones to chisel more underneath my chinny chin chin. Of course, don't forget to hit those bottom lashes with your favorite mascara. So now I'm going to put Gem right on the inner corner, the one that was my lid color. This is that champagne pink. And I'm going to place it just on the lower lash line on the inner portion just to give a little pop. I'm not going to bring it all the way on the inside, just right here in the very corner and then down. Not on the inside though, just so it gives a little sparkle in my eye and gives it more of a pop, because then it's not going to completely enclose my eye without that smokiness. But you can do that as well. So, but I'm just adding in a pop or a whoop. So for blush, I'm going to be using a combination. I love Melba. It's like one of those blushes that you can't go wrong with. And I usually mix it in with Prism or Margin. Today I'm just going to mix it in with Prism just because I want it a little bit more muted. Margin is awesome, but it does have more of like a burnt tone to it. And I just want this to be more of like a muted kind of pink, but not too burnt looking. But I love this combination, like Prism and Melba. Prism and Melba are like one of my favorites. So I'm just going to place that on and just really push the product in. For lips, I'm going to take Soar Lip Liner. And I'm just going to line my lips. I feel like it's going to help these liquid lipsticks last a little bit longer because I'm going to show you my favorite combo. I'm going to show you my favorite combo from Anastasia. Did you guys see the Kardashian episode where Kylie finally emits her lips? It's just like, finally, about time. Like, why lie to kick it? My favorite combination is to take Milkshake and Pure Hollywood. So since Milkshake is so light, I like to place it on the back of my hand first. I don't like to place it on there because then it's going to make my wand dark. And then I'll just take Pure Hollywood and then just kind of mix it in there too. And then I like using these liquid lipsticks with my fingers. It blends everything so much easier. And then I just work with the product from there. And then from there, I'll kind of just let it set. It sets pretty quick or decently. And then I'll just kind of line that outside a little bit. And then just do that, like, to blend it. So that there's still definition on my lips. And then I'll just add a little bit of balm This is the fresh one. This is an old one from the birthday gift from Sephora, but I like it. Just because it gives like a really nice sheen to it. And it keeps them moisturized because they can look a little bit dry if you just use the liquid lipsticks on their own, because then they do go in the fine lines. But yeah, I love this lip combination. If you're not like a fan of like the whole lip liner look or anything like that, then you don't have to do it. You can just do the liquid lipsticks on its own. I just like to give a little bit more definition so my lips just don't look with the, you know, the nude lips. So now I just sprayed some Fix Plus because like I said, that foundation and that primer together were making me look a little bit too just dry and kind of clinging on to any dry patches. So that's why I just use my Fix Plus. And this is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial. This is one of my favorite looks to wear whenever I go out or for a date night. It's always like my go-to. Again, you don't have to use all these Anastasia shadows. You just use the ones that are in your collection because there's plenty of dupes for all these colors. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you learned a new look and you enjoyed this video. And don't forget to subscribe because it is free $99. And I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah!